And I change clothes like my hoes. I love designer. And I change my flows like who knows. I want the commas. Many Hondas.
What's up, YouTube? I have two questions for you. What is the peak best manga out right now? Better than any of the big three and the best manga to ever come out ever. That's right, you guessed it. No, not this one. Oh, definitely not this one. That's right. There it goes right there. Kagurabachi. And then my next question would be, who is the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen? It might be easy, right? You think you got it? Is it this guy? Nope, that's wrong. Is it this guy? Nope, that's also wrong. Based on my other video, oh, is it this guy? You guys referring to my old video, no? Oh, well, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. It's actually this guy. Yep, that's it. If you guessed it, you get a high five from me. But enough trolling, guys. I apologize for that, but trolling and memes is actually a big part of the manga otaku culture, so I had to troll you guys from the beginning of the video. However, this is a video about Jogo, the cursed disaster spirit from Jujutsu Kaisen, and how he's actually a lot stronger than we may have been led to believe. Stick around to the end because I'll be sharing my understanding of where he ranks in the power scaling and who I think he's actually stronger than. But this is just to break down his abilities and how the cast and plot of Jujutsu Kaisen actually doesn't favor him. A lot of these memes in anime actually have a good point and they're actually pretty funny. But Jogo's become a pretty big meme, almost as big as the Kagurabachi meme. So I just wanted to talk about this as well. I know you guys see the title and the thumbnail. But without further ado, let's hop right into it, guys. This video is obviously in response to the episode of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 named Thunderclap, where we get to really see Jogo's abilities. Or this might have been also in Fluctuations Part 2. But we get to really see Jogo's abilities at its full power against other characters. The issue with the Jujutsu Kaisen plot, and I've stated this again in numerous videos, with characters like Gojo, Sukuna, shit, even Toji, the scaling is like trying to compare a god to ants. So you have these godlike characters as far as strength, and then everyone else just pales in comparison, making it very difficult to scale in power. Now, I like the curse spirits a lot better, the disaster curses, and even more so of Hanami, Dagon, Jogo, and Mahito, because there seems to be a hierarchy there that we can understand, as well as I've mentioned in other videos that with the cursed fingers of Sukuna, it gives us a proper scaling that we don't have for Jujutsu cursed users. That being said, we literally watched Jogo vaporize 3 grade 1 cursed users like it was nothing, like it was a walk in the park. Vaporized all 3 of them. And I'm just like, yeah, he'd win. Nah, not to joke around with the meme. But yeah, man, that just surprised me because prior to this, anytime we ever saw Jogo fight, it was with someone that could toy with him, or he would always be with someone that he either respected. I think a lot of people misinterpret Jogo's strength because his personality plays a big factor in his strength. He's actually a somewhat laid back guy. You always see him either just smoking or relaxing, and he tends to seem to want to avoid conflict if possible, whereas he just wanted to resurrect Sukuna and he wanted curses to live in peace like humans do, because he believes that curses are the real human beings, which is a weird kind of view on reality. I don't even want to get into that psychology, but that's another video for another day. We see this by Jogo deferring to Mahito as the leader of the group, which he pretty much does all the time, but it seems like Jogo's actually the strongest. But he's a pretty cooperative guy, which is very interesting. So he could actually be a lot stronger than he lets on and have a lot more potential, but because of his personality, he seems to limit himself. Much like in Chainsaw Man, these cursed spirits are created by the negative cursed energy of human beings, just like how devils are created by the fear of human beings from that specific type of devil. Like the gun devil was so powerful because there's this overall consensus of the fear of guns in the Chainsaw Man universe. So now Jogo's ability is, I believe, would be the fear of volcanoes or any natural disasters related to volcano eruptions or fire or things like that. So his powers are directly related to that, and that's his level of ability because of all the negative cursed energy in the world for that fear. And I believe this is what puts him in this tier within his other disaster curses, because he was born of humanity's fear and negative association with volcanoes and other fire-related natural disasters. Whereas you look at characters like Dagon, I guess he's just born from the fear of the sea, which isn't as scary as, a volcano. Everyone has a mild fear of drowning or whatever the case may be, but fear of volcanoes is a lot crazier. Also, you have Hanami, who's born from the fear of the forest, but that's just not as scary as a volcano. And I believe that Mahito, I don't know how they phrase it, but he's born of the fear of humans themselves, or just, I'm not really sure how they word it, but that's not very much important. What is important is that Jogo is probably the most strongest. However, just to point this out, Mahito is actually the youngest curse out of all of them, and it's said that he is actually developed very fast and he's developing very quickly. Even in some of his battles with Yuji and Nanami, he's been developing as he's been battling. So I would say that maybe Mahito has the most potential, and this is why right before Jogo passes, oh sorry not to spoil that guys, but right before Jogo passes, he gives up saying that it's time to put their faith in Mahito because he's the leader of the group and he also has the most potential. He's going to continue to get stronger, as well as having the crazy ability of transfiguring humans. That might be a video for another day, but his curse technique is very powerful, and this is what probably makes Mahito the most potential, but Jogo the most strongest as of right now. Let's get into the crazy abilities and strength that Jogo has. Any non-sorcerer will spontaneously combust if they come around Jogo. That's the immense amount of curse energy that he's using. He's comparable to around 8 or 9 fingers of Sukuna, which basically would make him at almost about half of his power, which is the highest, basically the highest estimation that we've heard so far in the Jujutsu world with any character. So that's a pretty good indication of his level of strength. Jogo's innate ability is called Disaster Flames and allows him to shoot flames or heats of ray from his palms. He also has a technique called Ember Insects that allows him to summon flying insects that have large stingers and produce a loud noise on impact, and they detonate into flaming explosions. He also has the ability of Maximum Meteor, which is not his domain expansion, but it's very powerful. It's a technique where he hurls a gigantic meteor, and he uses to even do some huge damage during the Shibuya incident. Even Sukuna admitted that he would not have come out unharmed if he was hitting directly with the Maximum Meteor, which is a huge testament to his abilities. He's also very skilled in domain techniques, simple domain and domain amplification, meaning that he's a very skilled curse user as well. And he uses this in the Shibuya incident to battle Gojo and, actually survive, because surviving Gojo's fights are actually very tough. But Jogo, with his, strength and his ability to actually manipulate his curse energy on a proper scale, was able to survive this battle, whereas Hanami, his buddy, actually got killed. So boo-hoo, poor Hanami. And last but definitely not least, we have domain expansion, which his technique is specifically called Coffin of the Iron Mountain. So everyone knows with domain expansion, there is a direct hit, can't miss attack. I don't know why that is, but that's just how domain expansion works. Unless, some conditions aren't met or someone messes with the domain. But Jogo's domain, the Coffin of the Iron Mountain, is where they summon their opponents to the inside of a volcano, and Jogo can manipulate this volcano at will. So even the average sorcerer would burn up on contact just being in that volcano. So you have to be very strong, probably grade 1 or above, to withstand that volcano's attack. And in my opinion, this makes Jogo very overpowered. I hope you guys have been enjoying this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe right before we get into the final part of the video, where I break down who I think, well, let me rank them out right now, who I think is the most strongest. Well, we can leave out all the fodder and all the weaker characters because they obviously have no pull in this say. I gotta say that it goes Sukuna, Satoru Gojo, Jogo, and then Toji. Only because even though they've stated that Toji has speed equal to Sukuna from that time, I think Sukuna only had about 5 fingers or so at the time of that recording of speed, whereas Jogo is just very fast. Like, he made Naobito look like a turtle. Like, that's how slow he was. And Jogo is also the disaster curse that seems to be the benchmark for speed most of the time. Most of the characters tend to say that Jogo is pretty fast. Even the disaster curses themselves reference and cite Jogo as being one of the faster ones. Like, Dagon says in a fight, oh, he's fast. He's almost as fast as Jogo. So Jogo seems to be also very powerful as far as speed feats. It's just funny because a character like him, he looks kind of like a pushover. His design is actually kind of cute. Like, I think that plays into his whole personality. Like, he's a cute guy and we take him for granted, and the memes as well, but he's actually very powerful. And this is what I wanted to expand upon, that meme and everything like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely troll me if you like, I don't mind. But before you go, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and as always, find your zen, your final form. I'll catch you in the next one, guys.
And I change clothes like my hoes. I love designer, and I change my flows like who knows. I want the commas, many honors.